That diseases have natural, not supernatural case, or this assertion laid the foundation for a rational, scientific approach to medicine. He taught that careful observation of the patient was the physician's most crucial tool. The physician's role was to understand the illness through logic and empirical evidence. He separated the discipline of medicine from theurgy and philosophy. This act established medicine as a distinct profession with its own set of principles and practices. On his native island of Kos, Hippocrates is said to have founded a medical school. This school became a beacon of the new rational medicine, attracting students from across the Greek world. Here, the emphasis was on clinical, hands-on experience rather than abstract theory alone. Students were taught to meticulously document their observations of patients. These case histories were vital for understanding the natural course of diseases. One of the core tenets of Hippocratic medicine was the theory of the four humors. This theory posited that the human body was filled with four basic substances, or humors. These were blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile. A person's health was believed to depend on these humors being in perfect balance. Disease, conversely, was the result of an imbalance or excess of one or more humors. The physician's goal was to restore this balance through various treatments. Treatments often included dietary changes, bloodletting, and the administration of specific herbs. While the humoral theory was incorrect, it was a significant step forward. It encouraged physicians to seek physical, rather than divine, causes. of a physician. In its original form, it begins with an invocation to the gods of healing. The physician swears to uphold a strict code of conduct. A core principle is to act only for the benefit of the patient. The oath contains the promise to abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. Ours. This is the foundation of the principle of non-maleficence. Or first, do no harm, no buts. It also establishes the importance of patient confidentiality. The physician vows not to repeat what they learn in the course. Is emphasis on observation. Diagnosis and prognosis remains the bedrock of modern clinical father of medicine's legacy is not written in stone, but in the daily practice of good medicine. He taught that the physician's art is long, and life is short. This aphorism speaks to the need for lifelong learning and dedication. It also highlights the urgency and preciousness of the physician's task. The Hippocratic tradition is a continuous dialogue between the past and the present. It challenges each new generation of healers to uphold its highest ideals. The core of that ideal is a profound respect for human life. This respect is the ultimate foundation of the Hippocratic legacy. From ancient codes to the modern world,